You guys may or may not have known this, but just to be sure, I'll say that I've uploaded 400 videos on my YouTube channel recently. So I thought a great way to honor the attainment is by showing you games I got on my PS4 for the final time. What I have is a PS4 Pro, the behemoth that's able to hold about 1 terabyte of storage, and it's currently the first, but also only, Sony console I have. I shall show you 12 games I got in 2023, mostly in the second quarter of that year, and they'll be shown in the order I obtained them. As always, if you don't see your favorite, it's because I don't have it at the moment. Time to go from living in my world and playing in theirs ASAP, since I must begin at once. Hey, I'm Owen the Fictionboy, and here's what's on my PS4 3. Is there a game where words speak louder than actions? I think Typo Man Revised would be the answer to that. This game takes place in a world made of words that's in ruin, full of darkness, and the only good guy around is the hero that you control. There's also the muse who you'll come across occasionally. What you must do is overcome all the enemies and obstacles by putting together words of your own, or scramble letters of pre-made words, and you'll have to use the mischievous tiny creatures called lies, should you need the opposite of what you've made. Want to expand your vocabulary after finishing the story? Well, there are 2 mini-games. The first of which is Antonymizer, where you can only get certain letters by using lies of words made with the selected letters. The other is Word Hunter, where you have 1 minute to spell as many words as possible with the chosen letters. The Revised bundle also comes with the game's soundtrack. History might be rough when reading about it, yet there are also good words, and this proves it. Ever wanted to traverse an open world of gods and Greek mythology? Well, you'll feel immortal in Immortals Phoenix Rising. This tale is being told by Prometheus to Zeus as Typhon has recently escaped, vowing to recreate the mortal world and Tartaros into his own image. Phoenix, the protagonist you can customize to your liking, is on an adventure to restore the gods who have been cursed, and as they get more blessings and benefits, they become much stronger and feel closer to being a god than a mortal. Like other open world games, there are additional quests for you to further prove your worth. If you need some goodies faster to enhance Phoenix sooner, you can use microtransactions or earn them by completing Ubisoft Connect challenges. Speaking of Ubisoft, like most of their modern games, there's a season pass for 3 DLC packs, and there's also this surprising crossover with Adventure Time content. I don't think anyone saw that coming, even from a mile away up above. Heroes may need gods, and gods may need heroes, though you can feel like both in this game. Spirits connect us together to form a bridge in our sanctuary, and I'm sure Kina, Bridge of Spirits, will agree with me. Now here's a game that started out exclusively on PS4, PS5, and PC, yet got ported to Xbox One and Series X 3 years later. Kina is a young spirit guide who seeks to reach the mountain shrine and has made her way to a nearby village. The forest, however, is corrupted thanks to a powerful masked spirit, and Kina must help the villagers, along with the tiny black creatures called the Rot who are crucial, before she can accomplish her goal. The staff is the main weapon you have, and you'll get more such as bombs and using your staff as a bow as you make progress. The Rot can wear hats to make them stand out from their kind as you go to their shop, and as some chests have treasure, others are corrupted and have enemies who will give you trouble. We all need to move on in our lives eventually, and maybe this experience will help you do that sooner rather than later. How about we go back to a time in a galaxy far, far away and build our way to LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Once Disney's sequel trilogy was complete with Rise of Skywalker, it was only a matter of time we got to experience all 9 movies remade in LEGO. Even the original and prequel trilogies were recreated instead of ported from the old games, and you can start at any trilogy you want, so you don't have to go through the whole story chronologically. TT Games was able to incorporate humor into the retellings, so they could not only make the saga more family-friendly, but also poke fun at it via memes. There are tons of collectibles for you to find so that you're convinced to replay the levels in free play, and those are also in the various planets along with additional quests as opposed to them being in just one small hub world. More characters became available in DLC, and if you want the old school LEGO game feeling, a mumble mode was made. The Force and the bricks will always be with you, especially in this massive game. Racing on tracks made by various people will hit differently once you get a taste of Trackmania 2020. Serving as a soft reboot to the franchise that came to PC in 2020 before coming to PlayStation and Xbox in 2023, this modern take on the classic game where you race on tracks you and other people created is free to play, where you are given a few things to do at no price, with expansions being available via subscription services. The more you pay and play, the more stuff you'll have access to. Also, like a majority of the live service games, patches and updates are added monthly, so there may be something new for you to try every once in a while. Heck, there was an event for the 20th anniversary of the franchise back in November 2023. For beginners, there are tutorials with medals for clearing them in certain time limits to motivate you into proving how ready you are, and mastering the methods are easier said than done. Get the hang of it, and you'll be driving like the whole world is your racetrack. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that much is true in the kart racer that is Team Sonic Racing. For the few of you that wanted Sonic Heroes and kart racing to merge, well, somehow, your oddly specific wish came true. As the name implies, this game is all about racing in teams, as you have Team Sonic, Team Rose, Team Vector, Team Dark, and Team Eggman, while the racer types are Speed, Fly, and Power. 21 tracks are available, with loads of them returning from the Sega All-Stars racing games. The Team Adventure mode, which is the campaign, has the story of a Tanuki inviting Sonic and pals to participate in team-based races across the universe. There are also the usual single races and Grand Prix with cups that have sets of 4 races, and in time trials, you obviously try getting the fastest time possible. Racing solo is there if you really want to do that, and you unlock customization parts via mod pods using credits you earned from racing. Green light means go, so you gotta go fast and y'all gotta go together. A fairy tale in the woods that brings 2 children together? You're probably talking about The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. When a wolf with a beautiful singing voice scarred a prince's eyes accidentally, she asked for the witch's help in healing him, but in order to do that, the wolf had to exchange her singing voice for the ability to transform into a princess. So the princess has to guide and protect the prince through the dangerous forest while also trying to keep her true form a secret. Especially as the story progresses, so do the bond between the children. Aside from the different types of monsters, the forest is full of puzzles and platforming where you need to figure out when to be together, when to be the princess, when to be the wolf, and when to give the prince commands to follow. There are also petals for you to collect, and you'll periodically find flowers so you can give them to the prince to please him. Now with the game and story's short length, let's ask who's really the liar and who's really blind. Dark forces have crafted their way back to life, and they'll get me if I don't acknowledge Bendy and the Dark Revival. Despite this not being a direct sequel to Bendy and the Ink Machine, it still serves as a continuation of that game, as well as kinda rebooting the franchise. Here, Audrey the animator ends up trapped in the world of the Ink Machine, so she must work with other characters that are also stuck in ink and avoid the nightmarish creatures by using the strength, stealth, and puzzle skills you have to survive such horrors and escape the cursed studio a whole lot sooner. In case you couldn't tell, the graphics are much revamped compared to the previous game, so the studio looks more alive, as if it'll make a great attraction for a theme park. Respawning from having too much ink is still a thing, but trust me when I say that you really don't want the ink demon of all things to kill you. You may still question how you'll see ink nowadays, though the 5 chapters and archives might be worth all the pondering. Running at the speed of sound is indeed colorful, and it's even more so in Sonic Colors Ultimate. After this adventure of Sonic foiling Eggman's plans at his intergalactic amusement park had been only on the Wii for a decade, the version that's canon anyways, a remaster for 8th and 9th gen consoles have been made to make the colors truly feel right. You don't just get better visuals and frame rate, there are Tails saves replacing the live system, and you can collect park tokens to use them to buy cosmetics and icons for your profile. The original Wisp power-ups like the Cyan Laser, Blue Cube, and Yellow Drill are still there, though the Jade Ghost from Team Sonic Racing is there, which should make the game a bit easier in some areas, and the new Rival Rush has erased Metal Sonic in some stages. Oh, and most of the stuff from the original game remains intact, like the special stages you can play with a friend. Those who couldn't reach for the stars beforehand should take the captivating, colorful chance to do so tonight. Something is honking at me and causing trouble, so it'll be a much bigger problem until I talk about Untitled Goose Game. Would you believe me if I said that this is a game where you are the bad guy? Need to be convinced? Well, you play as the goose who has to drive the whole English village crazy by doing the most obnoxious of tasks on your to-do list, and you'll be doing a lot of honking in order to make everyone's lives miserable so that yours can be better as you get closer and closer to getting what you truly want from the village. You'll need to be stealthy every so often and figure out the best way to get everything done. An update where you can play co-op with a friend was added almost a year after launch, so you can cause mayhem together. In addition, there are some more tasks after beating the main game, which is short, and you can also try speedrunning to show off your mad multitasking skills. What are the chances a wild goose would be on the loose? We got a smackdown that may or may not be full of slime, as it's time for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Copycat games came more often, as Smash Ultimate was the last game in the franchise, and surpassing that is a major pipe dream. Alas, we have Nick's attempt with 20 playable characters across the Nicktoons available from the get-go, and 5 more fighters got added as 2 came in free updates, and the other 3 are part of DLC packs. That's also the same amount of stages there are. The usual stock and timed battles are there, yet you can also play sports if you need something a bit different. While the game was kinda lackluster, albeit frequently fun at launch, items did get added in a patch, as well as one major thing from a competitor that was announced at that time. Voice acting. Yep, They knew the characters required dialogue as it would make the brawls more action-packed than just regular cartoon noises. It's debatable if this was the best Smash clone back then, but it got a sequel that was quite an improvement. Before I reveal the last game on my PS4, here are some demos I played at home. These are the games I have tried out. Moreover, I'll inform you of the games I look forward to, notwithstanding if they've already released and I don't have them right now, or they have yet to be available. We're here now after a long wait. The last games on my PS4 I'll show you as we venture across sand, water, and wind. Applaud for Journey, Flow, and Flower, aka Journey Collector's Edition. Yes, 3 short PS3 games made by that game company got upgraded on PS4 so they can be purchased separately at the PlayStation Store, or you can get all 3 in one package digitally or physically. Journey has you taking an exhibition to the mountain through various habitats, and if you find another player online, you two can work together as you both try to stay alive with your scarves. Flow has you guiding a worm-like creature into the depths of the ocean as it collects cells to increase its body. And if you want some companions, up to 4 people can play this one together and discover new enemies, food types, and the shield ability. Lastly, Flower brings, you guessed it, flowers to chase their dreams in the wind to blossom, as the petals must be led safely as they can't touch the stuff that'll harm them. Even though there is no multiplayer in this game, strangely. This Trip trilogy sure gave us something, so embrace all of their divine beauty. That's it. We're at the end screen again. While you're still here, you might be interested in seeing some games I have on my Switch. This video is over. Thanks for supporting me these past 400 videos, and good night-o!